What's good with it, party people? Today we're taking a look at the BenQ Trevolu U Bluetooth speaker. This small device is packed with a massive amount of tech to separate it from your standard Bluetooth speaker. Let's go ahead and dive right in. First and foremost, we gotta adjust our thinking because this is not just your standard Bluetooth speaker to be banging out the latest UK drill tunes, bruv. It's just not. But what BenQ is focused on here is the listening experience when it comes to dialogue. Whether you're taking an online course, in a Zoom meeting for one of your 13 work from home jobs, or listening to your favorite podcast. Its build quality is right on par with speakers in this price range. BenQ knew they couldn't drop a $209 sticker on this and ship out something cheap and flimsy. Up front with this metal grille, you get the electric condenser mic and distance detector. This design promises to give you crystal clear vocals on your next team's huddle. Up top, you have your controls. Going from left to right, we have the sound mode switch, the safe volume button, your volume controls, Bluetooth pairing, and your power button with power indication LEDs. On the back, you get an aux port with your USB-C, and the bottom is one massive rubber stopper. It's a solid one-piece unit that is angled 12 degrees up towards your face to help you get a better listening experience and to make your vocals come through extra crispy on the other end. Now, before we get to the sound test, I did manage to do the firmware update and download the app so I could get the most up-to-date performance. Within the app, they have the same sound testing technique that has been popular in headphones lately, where it learns your personal sound profile by playing a series of tones at different frequencies. For this upcoming sound test, I will be playing everything as stock, but for the most part, dialogue did come through a little bit cleaner when using my own personal profile. Now, I don't personally do a lot of audio calls or Zoom meetings, mainly because I don't have any friends. So I did what any self-respecting tech YouTuber with an amazing fan base would do. I called my mama.
Hey, everybody, what it do?
We spoke for a good 10 minutes before I asked her how it sounded, and she was amazed I was on the speaker because it came through crisp and clear. The upward angle is just the right amount to capture your voice cleanly. When I go to the sound test, I'll play an audio message I recorded directly onto the speaker in a quiet room and one with a little bit of background noise. In fact, let's just go ahead and get to the sound test and I'll wrap this up on the other side. Mic test, mic test. This is a test of the microphones on the Trevolu U in a quiet room. Let me know how it sounds. Mic check, mic check. This is a test of the Trevolu U's microphone with a little bit of office ambience noise in the background. Let me know how it picks up my voice.
In operating systems, files and folders or directories are organized in a hierarchical directory tree. You have a main directory that branches off and holds other directories and files. We call the location of these files and directories paths.
Okay, so there's a lot to kind of go through here. And you're right. Like when I look
but
at
you
it,
agree with me, right? Like from the stakes, like I feel like those are the stakes now.
I could stare at you for 100 years and I never blink an eye. You were beautiful, just like a flower. I could walk with you for 1,000,000 miles and my feet would not get tired. Where you go, I'll go, winter or summer.
Now, when it comes to listening to vocals and dialogue, the Trevolu U's dual driver speaker is a winner. Taking notes while listening to my online course was easy as the speech came through precisely without having to strain to hear certain phrases. Even listening to my podcast while cleaning was a pleasant encounter. Cycling through the modes, I tended to favor the music mode because it gave the most well-rounded sound to vocals, putting the bass and low tones in the masculine voices that needed that extra oomph to drive the point home. At this small size, I was pleasantly surprised at how well it thumped in the low end while getting my groove on. While this would be my first draft pick when it comes to picking a speaker specifically to turn up to, it's more than capable of getting the party started. Ideally, I could see this being used in a small conference room where multiple people are gathered together to watch a webinar or argue in the company's private Discord server. To wrap it up, would I recommend the Trevolu U speaker from BenQ? At this price, I'm happy with the quality claims they make. For the most part, they were dead on. I don't know if all the included tech is actually doing anything or is fancy window dressing, but as for sounding good, you got no problem with that. Throw in 12 hours of battery life, a solid build quality, and a look that could fit in on your desk at work as well as home, then you might want to give the Trevolu U a try. Let me know what you think down below in the comments, and while you're there, Drop a cookie emoji for the one and only Vangloria C. Hova. I love you forever. I'm gonna get up out of here. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and never forget to holla at your boy. I ain't got nobody to call. Wish I had a friend I could just call him and be like, hey dog, I sound real good using this speaker.